Hello, my name's John. These are the Necromunda Spyre Hunters, and you're watching Wargames, Models and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome back to another video. This week, each day, I am making one of the Necromunda Spyre Hunters and also trying out different camera angles while I do that. So today we have got a straight top down rather than a slightly angled one, which is my normal videoing preference. If you like this style more, please drop a comment. I really want to improve the way that I do my videos, and the only way I can do that is to get some constructive criticism from all of you guys. So today we are going to make the Malcadon Spyre Hunter, which is one of my favourites. The instructions are very simple here. We have all of 5 steps. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to look for is parts 10 and 11. Now it's worth noting the bodies for the Spyre Hunters, there's 2 on each of the sprues which come with the new little box set, and the yelled body is the same as the Huntmaster, and the Jakara is exactly the same body as the Malcadon. So depending on how you want to make them, you have a few choices, but also a few little limitations there. So anyway, let's get on and get this all cut out. So yeah, it's been still trying to plan what I want from my Spyre Hunters gang. They are a very unique gang in Necromunda, and it's going to take a little bit of working out to get exactly what I'm looking for. But anyway, it's always fun to have a new style of gang to have a look at. I need a new blade on this scalpel soon, but it'll survive for this build. And if it doesn't, there'll be a warning on the screen right now saying he's just said it, and later on I'll probably cut myself horrendously. It's a 50-50 chance on this one now I've said it. Now I've said it, it's probably going to be more. I'm going to shut up, because otherwise I'm going to stab myself. If I do stab myself, I'm going to put a warning now to say that that will happen, and I'll put a time code so everyone can jump to it. But anyway, so yeah, it's quite nice, these kits. They're not overly complicated, but they do give a really nice model of one of the Spyre Hunters at the end of it. I have already made the yelled flying one, and by the end of the week I will have one of each of them. So there is the body. Now I'm looking for legs 12 and 14. So 12 and 14. Sorry if I'm off camera, I'm not used to having it in this position, so that's something I've got to keep an eye on while I'm working on this. But yeah, at the moment I am wanting to try out a few different camera angles, and the only way I can kind of get better shots and videos is for you guys to give me suggestions, comments about what works best. And I'm really enjoying doing the videos. It's become just an inherent part of my hobby now, and I would like to produce more of them, but obviously I don't want to waste my time producing something that people aren't going to watch. I know I'm not a big channel, get anywhere between 5 and 40 views per video most of the time. It doesn't bother me that I don't get many views. I appreciate the people who do spend the time and watch the videos. I would say if you do like them, please drop a like, then I know what people are enjoying. And if you really want to, you can always follow the channel. And you can support it by giving me a donation, but I do not expect that. And I'm saying that now, I do not expect it. Just having you guys watching the videos, hitting the like button is more than enough for me. I don't get any money from this channel. It's not monetized or anything at the moment. If it ever did one day and I got more followers and I could make money off it, then it would be something I'd consider pursuing. But at the moment, you just got me doing it for freebies and enjoying my hobby. But yeah, it's be interesting to see at the end of this what spare parts there are on these sprues, because that can make a really interesting conversion for Necromunda, because their legs of the Spyre Hunters are really quite interesting. So what I will do now, I'm going to stick it to a base. There we go. And the one thing about this top down is it is very kind of, you can't really see the details in it, so I may work something out slightly different for the next one. We shall see. If you've got any suggestions, as I keep saying, drop them in the comments. I'm quite happy to be open to suggestions. Okay, so there is the body of Malcadon Spyre Hunter on the base. So while that is going off, let's have a look at what arms I need. So I'm going to need 15, 17 and 18 for the little power core on the back. So there is 15. And that is the right arm. And then 17, this is the left arm. And then I'm looking for 18, there we go, there is, I think it's the little power core at the back. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's tidy up these arms. Now, I'd really like to start sharing other people's hobbies on this channel. So I have in the description got an email address that you can send photos of your current projects. Doesn't have to be Warhammer or Games Workshop, it can be any hobby. I'd love to start sharing those in my roundups at the end of every month. So yeah, please, if you've got anything that you'd like to share, put it in that email, and then I will put it in a monthly roundup. If you have any socials as well that you want to share in there, put them in the email so I can share those socials, and we can share everyone's hobbies. Now, at the time of filming this, I still haven't had a good sit down and read of the new book for Necromunda. I've given it a quick look, but not a proper sit down. I do always like when I get them to just quickly have a quick look through, but then later on I do like to sit down for a while and really get to grips with exactly what's going on in the book. So this little, that's a little bit tricky, that power supply there. I think I've put that on correctly. It's not really a there's a little line for it to kind of position itself. Doesn't quite look central to me. Let me give that a little bit there. Okay. Let's just put a little bit of extra cement on there. Nope, I've pushed it completely off centre now. Oh no, don't go down the route of... There's always got to be a little bit on a model, there we go, that causes a few problems. Okay, so there's the arms on this hunter. So I'm now looking, I want to go for the claws on this one. So I'm looking for parts 28 and 29 do the right claw, and 30 and 31 do the left. So let me just start with the right claw. So it's 28, 29 is down here. Really nice detailed models of the blades. Don't know if I just trimmed off a tab by mistake, but we've got glue, so it's going to be fine. Okay. And one thing that I can try with the videos is another camera, so second position, so we can have multiple cameras. That might be an interesting one. I haven't thought of that recently. I tried it a long time ago in one of my videos, and I used a phone. Ooh, okay, so I can move that around a little bit. Yeah, I don't want it level. Let's have it grasping like that. Okay. Apologies if I go off camera. So I've got a few projects on the go at the moment as well. So the constant Warhammer 40,000 projects that are always there in the background. And then got Warhammer Old World, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda. I did get some of the Horus Heresy small scale stuff, but that's on a real back burner, that one. Necromunda is the kind of the priority ones that I always like to do. Old World is something that I really want to get back into, and I really like the fact that they've re-releasing some of the old buildings, which are some of my favourite terrain pieces. When Warhammer Fantasy Battle was discontinued, that was a race to get those. I did actually have quite a few of them in my collection that I've used for many projects, and my Warhammer settlement, Age of Sigmar settlement, depending on where I use the game, use the terrain, that is made up of a lot of those bits, so I may be able to carry on with a few fresh parts on that. But again, that is a project that I need time to do it. Basically, I don't want to work. It'd be much nicer to do hobby all day and share what I'm doing, but as I have to work to have the money to do the hobby, that is one of the things that I have to deal with. I'm rambling, I apologise. It's kind of like, I like doing these little videos where I can just chat while I build stuff. If you want to comment and throw ideas my way, by all means. Alright. Now that's the one thing I noticed in the last video, is there are very specific heads for each of the Spyre Hunters on the instructions and in the kit. There's not lots of variety. One thing I didn't think about is you don't have to use the exact head that it says on the instructions for that Spyre Hunter. You could use pretty much any head. So it's one of those kind of, I'm going to make these ones pretty much as the instructions say, and then if I ever do any more, I'll think about a few little conversions and that kind of thing. I'm sure there's going to be extra things released for the Spyre Hunters. Right, now do I go for, as the instructions, the head's pointing this way, or do I go for this way as it's stalked? I'm going to go in between. There, I'm going to go there, so it looks like it's stalking and walking along. And that one, okay, that's relatively quick and easy, that one. So here we have the Malcadon Spyre Hunter. Just shift everything out the way. There we go. So there's the Malcadon Spyre Hunter. Here is the Yelled Spyre Hunter. And if you want to join me tomorrow, I'll be making another one. But for now, just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. My name's John, and you've been watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies.